welcome to Getting to Good Enough, a podcast to help you let go of perfectionism so you can do more of what you love. I'm Shannon Wilkinson, a life coach in Portland, Oregon. I'm a recovering perfectionist who's getting better at good enough.
And I'm Janine Adams, a certified professional organizer in St. Louis, Missouri, and I'm lucky enough to be naturally good at good enough.
And today we're talking about having a word of the year. How are you?
I'm great, if a little chilly, but except for wanting to complain about bad weather, which is not fair because we've had good weather until recently, but still, it's freaking cold here.
Yeah, you just had it get really cold sort of quickly, didn't you?
Yeah, it was over 70 on Christmas Day, and now what is it? Not even 2 weeks later, it's in the teens, and it's going down to single digits. But,
wow.
You know, I'm not, compared to what a lot of people are going through, it's nothing. I'm just a complainer.
Weather impacts you.
It does.
Which is funny because you don't go outside.
Not if I can help it. But, you have to go
outside.
you
do go outside.
Yeah, I did drive today, and I was a little concerned about how, what the cold might do to my car's ability to start, for example. Mm-hmm. Or there was a little snow. Anyway, my car was amazing, so... No problems.
That's great. Yeah, I was worried about that too when we had the week between Christmas and New Year's was very cold here. Mm-hmm. We had snow, and then it was so cold it stayed on. I think we got about 4 inches one day or overnight, and then it stuck around because it never got above freezing for a while. Mm-hmm. And we drove our SUV with 4-wheel drive if we had to go anywhere. And then after a week of sitting there, I was worried about the little electric Leaf being able to start. Yeah. And it started right up.
Like a champ. That's excellent. That's excellent.
I was thrilled.
Yeah, my car hadn't been driven in a while either. That week was very quiet. That week between Christmas and New Year's. Okay, anyway, sorry. Let's get back on topic.
Yes, word of the year.
Word of the year. I love a word of the year.
You do. You've been doing this consistently for a while, haven't you?
Since at least 2013. That's when I started writing it down in a Evernote note. Yeah. So, and some years it works. It's I select one that really helps guide my year very nicely. Mm-hmm. Some years, didn't do such a great job, I guess, of selecting it. Yeah, but the worst was the year I selected 3 words of the year.
Oh.
Bad idea.
Yeah, that doesn't seem helpful.
Yeah, it's a little counterproductive.
Well, and I would imagine that it's probably felt like a good idea at the time, but it completely defeats the purpose of your word of the year.
Exactly. Yeah, and then I could never remember them. So
hence the Evernote note.
Yeah, exactly. I could never remember the 3. The year I was...
Oh, right.
Usually during the year I remember my word, but that year I couldn't.
Too many.
That's right. But you also select a word of the year, at least sometimes, right?
I do. And I often, a word will just come to me. But I have used a process that you turned me on to with... that's put out by Kane, I think. Yeah. Isn't that her name?
That's her name.
And I've used that process in the past. But this year, as has happened in other years, a word just came to me.
That's what happened to me, too, this year. Just came to me. It saved me so much time.
Yeah.
Because I didn't have to go through a process to figure it out.
Right.
But let's hear about your word.
So my word is encourage.
Oh, that's perfect for you.
Why do you say that?
Well, you're an incredibly encouraging person, right?
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. So are you applying this to encouraging others, encouraging yourself? What's your...
One of the reasons I think it appeals to me so much, why it felt like such a good fit for this year, is because it's all of those things. Mm-hmm. And then also I think about it sort of the root of the word of, encourage. And to act with courage. In addition to encouraging others and encouraging myself and just sort of generally being encouraging in my life.
Yeah, that's excellent. And it just resonated with you when you thought of it.
Yep.
Yeah. I had one year, 2017, I have my list in front of me. My word was fearless. And that was a good word. I mean, it was a good reminder. And I do like the fact that courage is built into encourage. That's great. My word of the year is generosity. And and it came to me while I was driving, and somebody like pulled out in front of me or something, and I'm like, come on. And I let myself get all worked up, and then I'm like, you know what, that person probably didn't see me. It was in my neighborhood. It's a hard intersection, and why don't we assume the best? Let's just be generous. And then I thought, yeah, let's be generous in letting people in when they're trying to pull in front of me. We have a million four-way stop sign intersections in St. Louis.
Right, yeah.
Every intersection. There's a whole tricky thing about who got there first and the rules. And so I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to let the other person go. And, just let's be generous. So it started behind the wheel. But then, of course, I quickly thought about how it applies to really everybody, everything, and also certainly to myself. Because it can be, sometimes I am not always generous with myself.
So that's really like a generosity of spirit.
Exactly, yeah. Yeah. And then, of course, it will also, I think, help me in financial decisions as well. In fact, I added a category in YNAB that I read about somebody else doing. It was on like the Facebook group or something, called compassion.
Oh.
And it's a place to put money that you're moved to give.
That's nice.
Yeah. And just think, if you have a fund, I already have it like a charity category, but this feels different. And if you have some money waiting to be given out when you're feeling compassionate, then that's kind of cool.
Yeah. Does it, just out of curiosity, would it make sense to change that to the category name to generosity?
Oh, that's an interesting. I like that because it's so I can't think of the right word, but it falls so in line with my word of the year, my thinking. Yeah.
And that just made me think that, because a lot of times, if someone is there's a far fewer of these during the pandemic, but someone might be riding their bike for ALS or doing something like that, and I like to always give a little bit of money to those things, and that could fall under an encourage category for me.
Yes, exactly. This is reminding me that there was a fellow here in Missouri who had been incarcerated for 42 years. Did you hear about him? And was just released. He didn't do the crime, and he was incarcerated. He was released, and there is no money in Missouri for people who are in that position. Like if you serve your time and you get out, then there's a fund to help you get established. But for someone who's just let go, there is nothing. He had nothing.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So, he had a GoFundMe. There was a GoFundMe, and I contributed to it like $100. And I was one of many thousands of people who contributed. He got a lot of money, which is fantastic. And I accidentally contributed twice. Oh. So it was $200. And I was like, I got myself a little wound up about that. And I'm like, Janine, generosity. The word of this generosity, just give it. Just give it. It's good. He needs it. He deserves it, this poor guy. So, anyway. So, I think I love changing the idea of changing that compassion to generosity. Yes, thank you.
I think that feels really good.
Yeah.
And I think that sort of points at one of the things that I really value about having a word of the year is it helps you frame things. It sort of helps you make decisions. It helps you choose priorities.
I think of it as a filter.
Yeah,
or a lens or something that that I make decisions through. And it's amazing how much it comes up once you select that word. It's amazing how much it comes up, in my experience, if it's a good one, if you've chosen, the one that really resonates with you. I think the year I chose balance, I don't know, not so great. Like it didn't really resonate enough, and I don't know that I achieved any balance that year. But I stopped striving for it, I think.
Yeah. Well, and maybe that was the value of choosing that word, is to recognize that's not actually something you want to strive for.
Well, there you go. Yeah, exactly. The one year, I think it was, I think it was 2020, where my word was intention. I used the power sheets, from Cultivate What Matters, that planning thing that was one of the tools that I used to get to my word of the year. So that's another book or another tool that I have found helpful in general. Since this is my third year of using it, and I find it helpful for selecting a word of the year, and then also for sort of keeping me on track throughout the year. But she is a big proponent of the word of the year as well.
Yeah, I think, was that 2020? Because I think that was the year that I did it. Used the power sheets too, and my word was cultivate.
Oh, that's right. It was already Cultivate before you bought this from Cultivate What Matters.
Right.
Yeah, right. That's right. And then last year was the year that you were going to have adventure, right? Was it adventure your word?
I don't know that I actually picked a word.
Oh, okay.
But I did want to have an adventure, which did not happen.
Right. Well,
I mean, it was the 2020 adventure that got.
I was going to say, the adventure you wanted to happen didn't happen, but 2020 was a bit of an adventure.
Oh, yeah. Be careful. Be careful what you wish for.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's interesting to be able to, like you said, use this as a filter for everything. And I like it because it also helps. It's like something that you're moving toward, or that you're choosing, as opposed to something that you're avoiding or trying not to do.
Yes, and that makes me think about courage versus fearless. Like I kind of wish in 2017 I'd chosen courage rather than fearless. Because that's more of an away word. But yeah, you're right. We're moving towards something with our words, and they're in our words in particular. I think are very self-nurturing, and they're very nurturing words that will benefit us and others, which is a great thing.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's interesting. I think I've had words that were more sort of self-directed and words that were sort of more other-directed, but this one does feel to me like really both.
Mm-hmm. That's cool. And I like that we both came up with words that are both.
Yeah.
In and out.
Right.
And outies. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. So do you have any other thoughts or things to be aware of when people think about a word of the year for themselves?
I say try it on for size, like a sweater, and see how it feels. And can I live with this word for a year? And if it puts a smile on your face, then it's probably a good sign that you can. Or maybe even, would I be happy telling anybody else, telling another person what my word of the year is?
Yeah. Well, and I try it on too, and I don't write it down when it first comes to me to see if it sticks with me.
Oh, if you can't remember it, that's a good sign?
Well, if I can't remember it, then it probably didn't resonate as much as I would want it to.
Right, exactly. Yeah. Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't write mine down because I was driving.
That is a very good reason.
Yes. And I'll put the a link to Christine Kane's Word of the Year tool in the show notes.
Which is free.
Yes.
That'd be great. And we would love to hear from you, our listeners. Have you already picked a word of the year? Are you intrigued by it? You can let us know on Facebook and Instagram at Getting to Good Enough, on Twitter at GTG Enough. You can tell us in a voice message at 413-424-GTGE. That's 4843. Or you can head over to the show notes and share your word of the year at gettingtogoodenough.com. Until next time, this is Shannon Wilkinson in Portland, Oregon.
And Janine Adams in St. Louis, Missouri.
And we hope that good enough is getting easier for you. I'm looking forward to encouraging your generosity.
Nice.